Ugh. Ugh. Another zip tie. They're so light. I already have a feeling that we're gonna be ordering 2 more of these. All right, here we go. There's way more stuff that came off of this than I thought there would be. Started stripping her down. Jack, ooh, I'm gonna have a hard time tossing the factory jack. Oh, stock spindles, ball joints, rear frame cross member, pieces of the frame, our original bumper brackets, bump stops, U-bolt plates. What a pile. The rest of that is trash can. Get this thing drug out. Probably have to wait till the guys come in this morning. It's, what time is it? It's currently 6 o'clock. Been up since 4, couldn't sleep. Got here about 4:30. Getting her done. Off to the scrap bin. If she'll start. Ugh. Fired right up. Not to get sidetracked, but I've been doing a bunch of work to this old plow truck. I don't know why. I just love it. Everybody needs a crappy plow truck or just a crappy square body. It's not that crappy. It's a hodgepodge of trucks. It's a 1-ton frame and running gear. Then apparently a junkyard had it and they built the truck. Built is in quotations. I know you can't see me. They took the 1-ton running gear, which is kind of rusty. And apparently they put this body on here, which is a 1/2-ton 2-wheel drive body out of Texas, which is true. It's got Texas dealer stickers on it. I mean, this was probably 2 decades ago. And they used it as their torch truck. So they put torch bottles in the back. And the feller I bought it from, ugh, ugh. The feller I bought it from had it as a plow truck for a long time. And let me tell you, it's been neglected. Maintenance, none. But my whole excuse for buying this thing was we got our scrap, or not our scrap bill, I'm doing scrap. We got our plow bill last year. And I was like, hey, I know where there's a square body plow truck I could dang near pay for. Yeah, well, it would pay for itself almost in the first year. So that's where we are. But I love it, it's a lot of fun. 1-ton running gear, so it's got the Dana 60 in the front, which is probably the most valuable thing in this truck. Nobody's here yet. Probably got another half hour before Zach shows up. So I think I'm gonna just see if I can get her outside. Get my eyes on her. Look out. So just rolled from here down this very, very small hill. I don't even know if I'd call it a hill. And around to the Jeep. If I can just get it a little farther forward, I'll be able to reach it. With the pressure washer. We're almost there. Well, folks, it's been a few days. I will admit I got a little excited. I already put the bed on without you guys. This thing looks fantastic lowered. I can actually stand next to it and the roof isn't taller than me, which is cool. I may be getting old though because I think it's way too low in the front, at least with this factory air dam. And I mean, that's probably about 3 inches max in the front. And this thing is gonna get lower too, because these are 29-inch tall tires. The fronts that I have are 27, so it's gonna drop an inch in the front. So not only am I gonna take the bed off and kind of go backwards for a second, I'm also going to be putting less of a drop in the front. I have, what do I have? I have 3-inch drop springs in the front right now. I'm gonna take those out. I have 2-inch drop springs here already. I'm gonna just swap those in because I need some space, and it's already also super close to the inside of this fender up here. I mean, there's maybe 1 inch. I may lower it again later. And honestly, it's only gonna take maybe an hour to swap these front springs, so I'm not super worried about it. I can always come back and play with it if I need to. So I'm gonna get the bed taken off. Again, not looking forward to that for some reason, although it's super easy. Get these holes elongated a little bit. And then actually I think when I have the bed off too, I'm gonna go ahead and work on the battery tray that I'm gonna do for the rear. Our table's up and running again now, so I may just cut that out while the bed's off. It's just gonna be way easier to figure out with it off instead of laying underneath this thing, especially now that it's so low. All right, guys. Well, she's a little low. So what I got here is a set of 2-inch drop springs instead of the 3-inch drop springs that are on here. The back is sitting up a little high compared to the front for my liking, and this I don't think is gonna work, especially since we have to drive on these Illinois roads down to Marion, Illinois. I don't know if you've ever been on Illinois roads. They're terrible. And get those guys thrown on here. Hopefully that's gonna fix our ride height issue. So yeah, let's just get this knocked out because I'm not looking forward to this. Well, I should have measured that first, but I didn't. Still hard to tell because the bed's off. The bed's gonna make the back go down, but just the gap between, I'm not talking here, I'm talking inside the fender. It's supposed to be an inch higher, I believe it. Seems about right. That guy is still really low. I don't really care about it. It's like brand new off LMC, like 18 bucks or something. So if it gets ripped off, I guess it gets ripped off, or I guess we could take it off. It's not that big of a deal, but I think I'm gonna move ahead and start cutting out this battery tray. I've got it designed in CAD. Just gotta go out to the shop, get it cut out. I think I'm just gonna do like some 1/8 inch plate, bend some tabs up on the side for added strength. So if you guys don't know about Tinworks, we manufacture chassis and suspension for Chevy trucks. So we do 1960 to 1998 here. About 90% of our stuff we cut on this plasma table. So this is a plasma table from Torchmate or Lincoln Electric. Some of our stuff goes to laser, like our front suspension. Things with a lot of holes in it, instead of us drilling them out to get them perfect, we'll just send them to laser. We run this thing like almost all day, every day, 5 days a week. This thing is constantly going. We ship about 400 packages out of here a month. We're probably at the limits of this machine here currently. So I can already see, I don't know, I must have forgot to include, there's 3 holes I put here. Those are gone. But chances are this isn't gonna work the first time anyway, so I'm just gonna roll with it. I think I planned on like 45 degrees. I'm saying I think because, folks, it's like a week in between I get to work on this thing. I stay late Friday nights to get caught up or to selfishly work on my own stuff, like tonight. I usually work Saturday and Sundays too. So bear with me while I try to remember what in the world I was thinking when I drew this. I think I did like 45 degrees. But I don't know. I gotta get enough offset because I need to sink it down in the frame. So I'm offsetting this bracket here. Which will lower my mounting height of the battery. Okay, so we got our proof of concept bracket here. Kind of see what I'm doing. I'm taking our rear frame cross member. I'm gonna drill a couple holes in it, mount this plate that's gonna hold the battery, and then I'm gonna make another bracket that's gonna run frame rail to support the back of this. Now I gotta make sure it's below the top of the frame rail, which it is currently not. That's okay. I think I'm gonna go in, make a couple adjustments on our part. I am gonna form these sides up to give it some strength there. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty close. I don't think it'll take too many more times and we'll get this thing dialed. Got our battery mounted. Everything actually turned out really great. I've got it charging right now, but I was able to add a tab for this circuit breaker onto our battery tray. Got a piece running side to side, and then we got the tray. We've got tabs bent up on each side to keep the battery from moving left to right, and then I've got a strap across the top that I made. Keep it front to back and to keep it up. So I got my battery cables all nicely ran up to the front. Tested it, started right up. So now we're gonna go ahead and get this bed on, maybe for the last time before we leave. I think everything is ready to rip back here. So let's get this thing on. I think that we should tackle this electric fan relay magic box thing. I've been putting this one off. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it knocked out. So let's do that. Get our trusty new hood light on. Still a fan of this thing. As you can see, we've got some wires here. We should probably go through all these and determine what's what. I mean, we've removed our batteries, so we've got like an old battery cable here. We're also gonna have to figure that out. That's just for our alternator. Wiring that was connected to the battery, where we're gonna tie that back into, whether we go to the starter, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up a little bit. Let me grab some snips. So there's gonna be like a trigger wire. I'm gonna need a wrench too. I know I need this wire for the alternator, so I'm going to take that off first. Set that to the side. This actually might still reach to the starter. So looks like we got a bunch of power wires. Holy cow, this is slightly overwhelming. Old power wire, old battery load. This is why I don't like wiring. One relay. I don't want that screw on the ground. Holy stacked grounds. If you wanted to jump your truck, I think you could probably do it right here. There's so many grounds. It's just, everything's grounded. Oh my God. It's like a ground sandwich here. Unnecessary zip tie. It's another zip tie. Just let them go, bud. Let me have them. What's this? Oh, same. Okay, I'm gonna do some tracing. We'll be back. Maybe. They're so light. Yeah. Holy shit. Lightest set of wheels ever. So these are the wheels that I picked. Actually, one of my guys, Ryan, recommended this company to me, 3030 Autosports, and I never heard of them before. I checked them out and I thought they had some really cool wheel designs. They're forged with a spun barrel on them, so this is all aluminum. They are ridiculously light. I've never bought such nice wheels before. I mean, I bought like nice dually wheels, but these are way nicer. They have a lot of really cool color finishes, I thought. I got these in race gold. These are the rears, which I only have one of. Tomorrow, hopefully we'll have the fourth one, but I'm gonna get these fit up because I wanna make sure that they're gonna clear. Now, another cool thing about them is they make their wheels, the back spacing, in 1/8 inch increments. So I just went out and I bought from Speedway Motors. They make a cheap tool that you mount onto your wheel hub, and it holds the tire, and you can adjust it in and out of the truck, and it will tell you on the gauge what the back spacing is. So I also measured these before we lowered the truck, because we're like week 8 right now and we just got these. So we didn't have time to lower the truck and then figure out back spacing. So I think these will fit. They're pretty close to like just standard square body offset and everything. The rears are 10s. What did I do? I ended up going with the Nitto 555s. These rears are 295 40s in a 20. They look smaller than a 20, which is kind of weird, but I think it's this offset lip and maybe the color differences. The face itself is way more detailed than I even thought it was going to be. They have like cuts in the side here. This is the rear, and I mean, this thing can't weigh 25 pounds. I don't know what a regular wheel would weigh, but in the fronts, I just did 8 wide. I can't remember the back spacing now. I'll have to share that if they fit. If they don't fit, I'm not going to share the back spacing because that's not helpful information. Same Nitto 555s, and I did 245 40s. I already have a feeling that we're going to be ordering 2 more of these for the front. That tells you where this is possibly going. So I am going to put a set of one of the rears in the front at some point just to see how it fits. Might need some narrowed control arms. Anyone? New TW product. But I want to run those in the front, the 295s. It's not a huge tire for autocross stuff. I think it's a good beginner setup. So enough talking. I want to get these things mounted. I'm excited to see how they look. I think the gold is going to look really good on the black. Oh, that's another thing. So I got stock brakes front and rear. Drums in the back. So that's gonna look cool. But we got actually something really cool coming for brakes. Actually, I already have them. Front and rear. I mean, a completely new brake system. And I'm really excited to do that. Okay, lots of room. These are shorter too. The original tires that were on here were 29 tall. These fronts, I think the fronts are 26. No, I don't remember. They're like 2 inches shorter than the ones that were on here. So we're gonna get about 1 inch of drop in the front, which is why we went ahead and put on those other springs. First impressions, could go lower. They look sick. I mean, you can always go lower, right? And we like things low. So I may still lower this before we leave. I've got a set of springs to lower it. It looks pretty good. It just looks basic. With the drum brake. Race look? No. Oh no, they don't fit. Oh wait, they do fit. Oh, it scared the crap out of me. Oh, scenarios were just ranting through my head. Crap, that would have sucked. Anyways, they do fit. I thought the hub bore was wrong. It must just be man, it's a tight hub bore. That was just pure luck, I think. Wow, that was terrifying. Ugh. Tin works. Of course, UPS is no help for trying to pick it up at the hub or something, just to save a day of waiting for it to be delivered on the truck. They don't care. Damn, it does look pretty good. The rears look sick. I love how they're tucked. The fronts, I'm not sold on. The fronts almost don't look like they're 20s. I'll have to pull this thing out and take a look. It's just, you know, the stance really, like, it's either got a great stance or it's just got like a normal stance, right? And I want to say, I don't know, most trucks just have like a normal stance. And I think when you go just past that normal stance, the truck completely transforms. I'm gonna get this other side on. I think it looks sick. The gold is definitely the move. Get this dude out of the way. The rear is pretty money. I could probably go a little lower in the rear. I don't know if I want to risk it on this first trip though. It just needs something. I'm not sure what it is. I'm sure we'll figure it out though. It just needs a little bit of something. All right, here we go. Today is Wednesday. Just got it back from the alignment shop. Runs and drives good. I got fourth wheel that's mounted and on. Just got a very small checklist. One of the things is wrapping up those inner fenders that we had worked on before. Round one. I think I'm just gonna attempt this by myself. This side at least, I think will be pretty easy. I don't have all the AC lines and stuff to get in the way. Or it might be a complete nightmare. Okay. Ah, we're in. Did we scratch it? No. Looks factory. Actually, it looks really pretty dang good. Get her bolted in there. I don't have to worry about all these wires and crap falling down in the tire while I'm driving for 5 hours. All right, a couple of bolts. Thought this was a pretty cool way to do it if it worked. It looks like, I mean, I've already fit these obviously. Oh, sun, it's bright. Well, folks, I'm gonna kind of wrap up this video here. I didn't get to film a whole lot towards the end here, just pushing, trying to get the truck ready for the Southern Illinois Truck Showdown and the Level 7 open house. Truck did not make it there. We had some issues with the transmission. We're just driving for about an hour. Could have been going on longer, I don't know. It was raining for like the first hour, but after it stopped raining, we noticed that there was some smoke coming out from underneath the truck, and that my buddy Matt and his OBS behind this was getting just destroyed with oil. So we pulled over to a rest stop. There was just within 30 seconds. I mean, there was a huge pile of oil. So backed it up on a curb, took a look. We thought it was probably coming out of the front seal. And that just kind of ended it. The converter looked a little wobbly. So we had my old grandpa come and grab the truck on the trailer for us, and we kept going down to the show. So the truck didn't make it, but this was just the first rendition. It does suck. We've spent all this time and money and effort to get the truck ready, but we knew that this rendition was going to be short-lived. So I'm super excited to go into phase 2, if you will, of Project 8-Ball. And heck, we might even have to call this thing Project Snowball. This first rendition of the truck was just down and dirty, just like the simplest way that you could lower this thing. And I mean, it looks dang good for as simple as this setup is. But our end goal with this truck is going to be autocross. We hear from a lot of our customers that call in, everybody's going towards this autocross sport. And down in Texas at the C10 Nationals last year, I believe, I got to ride with the Fast Finch guys. They were doing free autocross rides, and I'll be honest, it was one of the funnest things that I've ever done in my life. Like, it was so much fun. And our next stage here on old 8-Ball / Snowball, I just kind of want to grow this truck from very basic to what it is right here as we sit, to something that is not so basic, you know, kind of move it through the steps of its life. So lots of things to come, very exciting things. It's almost fall, it's cold out. Driving season's basically over. So we're probably about a month ahead of tearing the truck down than I wanted to be. Because I did want to enjoy it a little bit on this static setup with the flip kit and everything, but we've got a ton of parts here and a ton of parts on order for this truck. So I'm very excited to see the future of this build, and I hope you guys keep tuning in and following along. And next year, we should go ahead and try our first autocross event, kind of get our feet wet, get some parts tested, new products for you guys. So that's the whole point of this truck, is to get some new products out there for you guys and for us to have a little bit of fun doing it. So thanks again for watching. I can't wait to keep filming on this thing. Actually, today I'm gonna start ripping this engine out, so filming the next episode. So come back and see where we take this thing. Thanks, guys.